Every single girl on this episode was in their emotional bag. And while I appreciate some who finally had a vulnerable moment, some of the others, I didn't give a damn. Hey, what's up and hello? This is the Chris Nicole giving you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. And this is my review on Summer House, Martha's Vineyard, Season 2, Episode 4, Summer Under Pressure. We start off where we left off. Summer leaving the car. She slams the front door to let everyone know she's there, and she is upset. She goes upstairs, super dramatic. She wants everyone to gather around because she is pissed. Meanwhile, Noelle is crying in her room because she's so embarrassed for expressing her feelings to community peen known as Alex. And Shanice and Nick, while all of this is going on, is chilling with their late night chips and dip snack. And honestly, I don't blame them. I would have stayed my ass downstairs, but they decide to go upstairs. Summer wants it to be known that she is upset with Jordan and how just 3 hours ago she was there for Jordan while she was crying. Summer, I don't respect people like you. I don't like people who like to announce all the things they have done for people, whether it's financial, emotional. If you're a friend, that was a moment you had with your friend. That's not something that everyone needs to know. Summer says that she feels like Jordan is taking her kindness for granted because she's so kind and understanding. You know how I felt about that statement? Well, I feel the way that Shanice responded in that moment. She farted. I felt like Summer was gassy, gaslighting the hell out of us. Jordan comes into the house with Preston, and Shanice asks her if she's okay. And Shanice tells her about what happened upstairs with Summer. Jordan starts to cry and says that she feels like these moments are used against her. And she goes to Preston's room and falls on the floor. Child. In my opinion, another moment of gaslighting and being extra. Jordan, you're going to have to take some type of accountability. You were on 10. You were. And I know you're going through a lot right now, but you still have to recognize that sometimes you can be an asshole and people give you passes for it. So I guess that's why you don't see anything wrong with it. But Jordan does say in her confessional that she feels like Summer was wrong for sharing that vulnerable moment they had together earlier. And like I said, I agree with it. As a friend, I wouldn't run my mouth about my friends' private moments. Some of them go to church the next day after that demon-filled night. And we find out that Alex is a PK, a preacher's kid. That explains a lot. Look, let me tell y'all something. PKs, typical. PKs are bad as hell. Preachers' kids, politicians' kids, police kids, just stay away. Shanice says this church is about to burn down with her going in there. Now, that was a chuckle. I have to admit that. But hey, at least she's being honest about who she is. Alex, take notes. The rest of the heathens stay at the house, and Summer talks to Preston about what happened the night before. Summer loves to play the I don't get it role or I'm being stupid right now role. Like she doesn't understand what's going on. And she does the same thing when she talks to Preston. And Preston told her how Jordan felt. She does say, though, that she feels like she's always taking care of Jordan. It sounds like me when I was younger. Girl, you better get over that shit. Especially when you feel that person isn't giving you the same consideration. Noelle looks like she is in mourning, child. She got on all black. She got on a black bonnet and these big, thick black glasses. And this is all over Alex. She goes to the pool to talk to Summer about Alex. In my opinion, still the wrong person to talk to. But she mentions the feelings of rejection that she experienced the night before with Alex. It brought up feelings of rejection when it came to her father. So we find out that Noelle was raised by a single mother and her father wasn't in her life by choice, and it still bothers her. Noelle, my sister, please do what you can to heal from that. Get therapy because, baby, you do not want to go into this world searching for a man that is going to play the daddy role. However, I love her vulnerability in that moment and admitting that she was hurt and she has scars from her childhood. But I honestly think that Noelle is more embarrassed because she got shut down on national TV. Bria is in the kitchen cooking, and I'm sorry, you can tell that they know they're on TV because who in the hell wears something cute like that when they're cooking, especially dealing with raw meat? No, ma'am. But Bria brings up the Mariah thing again, and next, Noelle is talking to her mom about the Alex situation, and Noelle begins to cry. And her mom is like, Noelle, stop all this crying. And I was like, Mama? Child, is my mama on TV? Because she sounds just like my mom. That is the way my mother gets down. You better stop all that crying, girl. F 'em, girl. F 'em. F 'em, girl. F 'em. Summer goes to Jordan and asks her if they can talk. And if I can be honest, it always does seem like everyone has to approach Jordan. Jordan seems like she can never be humble and be the bigger person and talk to people because I truly think in her mind she doesn't do anything wrong. Instead of talking about what triggered all the drama that happened the night before, Jordan immediately talks about Summer violating her privacy and their friendship by sharing that private moment that they had earlier that day. And my whole thing is, okay, yeah, we get it, but damn it, Jordan, do you feel like you did anything wrong that night? Summer said, you know what, F that. Let's backtrack to that night. I felt your tone was condescending. And Jordan interrupts and pretty much doesn't care about what Summer said. She's just concerned about her feelings. She tells Jordan it's always coming off like you're angry. And Jordan just stares at her and says, okay. But Jordan just wants it to be clear that she doesn't really trust Summer anymore. Hey, Jordan, now that I think about it, should Summer trust you after you told the world about her freak moment in front of your building? I would say that's a violation of trust too. Jordan, look, I get it. Everyone has different personalities. And Jordan is very direct. And at times, she has that in your face approach, especially if she feels disrespected. But she also has to understand that everyone will not be able to deal with that type of personality. I think it's worse now because of her health issues, but I think she really needs to understand that you could still be yourself, but in certain situations, certain environments, and with certain people, you have to adjust a little bit, just a little bit. No one is saying that you have to change who you are, but I know that I'm a direct person. With certain friends, I know that I have to approach them in a different way because they simply can't handle that approach all the time. And if you want friendships, you may want to adjust just a little bit, or you're going to be alone. They're all at the table eating, and Jordan is not talking. She looks sad. She looks annoyed. And to me, that is being a Debbie Downer. And I feel like it's still a way for her to have attention because people are noticing now that she's constantly quiet. Next, we have Bria giving orders to Simon while she's in bed. And Jasmine finally admits that she is expecting and how she needs her friends right now because she is preggers, her husband is deployed, and she's pretty lonely and she just wants that support. Jordan says that she had a dream that she had a baby, and I'm like, child, that dream was about Jasmine. Bria is the next party planner, and she has, I guess, some type of circus theme, I suppose. And they asked her about Simon, and she says that she's over people asking her about Simon because they don't ask Jasmine or other people about their significant others. And she says she's a private person. Bria, private how? You're on TV. Can you really be a private person and sign up for reality TV? We see Noelle helping Jordan pluck that lace on her wig, and we thank you, Noelle. But I really love that moment because it almost kind of reminded me of like a queen fixing another queen's crown. I really appreciated that moment. So shout out to Noelle for being there to support Jordan, even with her stank attitude. The dinner is here. Jordan is really quiet again, and Alex asks her why is she so quiet? Why hasn't she been involved? And so the group says, well, Jordan, how are you feeling? I have to be honest, what Jordan said in that moment about her experiencing a lot of loss in her life, because she lost her mom at an early age and she's had to be responsible for a lot of people at a young age. And she also says that she has a different outlook on life and how her brain is constantly thinking about time because she lost her mother so soon. And, she's like, look, I don't know if I'm okay right now. I'm losing my hair, and for Black women, hair is currency. I just don't know where I stand, how I feel. And I appreciated that because I felt like I can finally tap in to Jordan. Jordan has been guarded, but in that moment, I said, okay, relax, relate, release. I was feeling it. But then she turns into Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Next thing you know, she's like, you had my friend effed up. I was going to F you up if you want me to keep it gangster. She talking about the Shanice situation last season when they were saying that Shanice was all in the news or in the press about being a stalker. And so at that point, Jordan's like, you judged me when you first met me. You judged Shanice before you even met her. Alex, of course, doesn't like to be put in the hot seat. And he says he didn't Google any of them. He only knew about the Shanice stalker situation because of Nick, throwing Nick under the bus. Alex, isn't Nick your frat brother? Oh, Alex. Oh, Alex. Trifling. He claims he only brought up the Shanice situation to protect her. And Shanice is like, protect me? You traumatized me. And she starts crying. I thought she was joking at first, y'all. I'm not going to lie. I kind of chuckled because I was like, Shanice can be a little dramatic, but she's joking most of the time. But then I was like, oh no, she's really crying. She talks about how this has been very traumatic for her. She had to go to court and it affected her emotionally, financially. And Shanice says she doesn't like talking about her feelings, but it just finally came out and she actually felt better being able to vent about it. So I'm like, girl, yeah, vent if you have to. But I was kind of caught off guard when she started crying like that. Then you have the you did it across the table because it goes from Alex to Nick to Jasmine about who brought up the Shanice situation. Preston at that point says, I think we are all responsible for how we have made each other feel guarded to where we don't feel comfortable sharing certain things. And the next thing you know, Bria says, I have something to say. Aw, damn. Bria feels like her voice isn't heard. And I'm like, Bria, do you think the reason why is because of how you approach things? You're a spoiled brat. You like to stump cross your arms, fuss like a 5-year-old. And look, I get it. Jordan seems to get away with a lot. Summer can be dramatic. Hell, all of you guys can be dramatic. But at the same time, we've had this conversation already about Mariah at the last dinner that you walked out on. Like at this point, you either accept that Mariah is coming or you leave the island. But then Jasmine in her confessional says that she feels like her friends may think that she's a punk ass bitch, but her mother is a brilliant and resilient 2-time convicted felon, so don't try her. Jasmine, shut up. That's not a flex, sweetheart. Bria, of course, has her moment. I am going to speak my mind, and if I can't speak my mind, I'm going to lose my shit and act like I'm a child. And then Jasmine begins to cry and says that she didn't want any of this BS this summer. She needed support and she wanted to have fun because she is going through a lot right now. And then the episode goes off. I give this episode a C for all the crying we had to watch. So, with that being said, what did you guys think about this episode? Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on my next video. Toodles.